What's up, guys? In this video, I'm going to show you the exact Instagram ads gym funnel I use to generate over $1 million in cash collected for my businesses. The exact ads I literally copy and paste into all of my gym owning clients' businesses, and the same process so many marketers and agencies are trying to copy and paste and sell you for multiple thousands of dollars a month in fees. And I'm going to give it all away to you for free on this video. I'm going to show you step by step how to set up your ads campaign the right way so you can get a maximal return on the money you spend on your ads. I'm going to show you how to set up your ad sets to target the right audience around you to see your ads. And I'm going to show you the breakthrough ads themselves that make people actually want to click and opt in. And then I'm going to show you the exact system we use to convert the maximal number of those leads into full price paying high quality members. Now, before we get into it, I wanted to give you a little update on Gym Owner Baby. Now, if you watch my past videos, you know about Gym Owner Baby. She's made a couple appearances, and as you can see, she's grown up and she's got a shirt on her that says dreams come true. And that's because she is committed to the process of growing her gym. And she's been following all of our videos and all of our trainings and has been crushing implementing all the processes that we give her here at Big Little Gyms. And Gym Owner Baby will be the first one to tell you that this will change your business. Don't you worry, Gym Owner Baby. You're going to be a real business owner soon where you don't have to show up every day and mop the floor. Soon, while all those other gym owners are stuck in their gym mopping their floor, you're going to be able to take a vacation and it's going to be great. All right, let's get into this. 32 new members joined this gym using Instagram ads for a high-ticket gym membership sale costing the gym owner only $27 a piece without having to do any discounts or run any gimmicky bait-and-switch offers. And no, this is not 2017. This is happening right now. If you haven't heard of me, my name is Will Hurst. I'm the founder at BigLittleGyms.com. I actively work with over 600 gym owners around the globe to give them guidance, mentorship, clarity, and systems to help their businesses grow to the moon. I made millions running multiple successful brick-and-mortar service-based local businesses, including 2 independent group fitness gyms. And part of how I did that is the subject of today's video. How I leveraged social media to drive traffic into my gym and become the best known gym in town. Specifically, using things like Instagram ads and meta ads, and how we help gym owners today do the same thing for their businesses. And now I give it all away for free on the internet. And you may wonder, why would I give all this away for free? My reason is simple. The marketing industry, especially for gym owners, is overrun with get-rich-quick schemes and sharks looking to take advantage of well-meaning business owners who just want to serve their communities better and serve more people. From my experience as a former gym owner, I know the struggle of having to navigate through this and trying to figure out who to trust. I always wish for someone to shoot me straight, be honest, straightforward, and be genuinely interested in helping. That's why I'm here, but I need your help too. To keep this going, please subscribe and hit the like button. It's vital for the algorithms and encourages me to keep producing valuable content. Also, I have a request. If you learn and apply any strategies from this video, I'd like for you to go ahead and come back to this video and leave a comment in the comment section below the video. Your feedback is not only immensely helpful to me, but it also assists our community in helping understand the real impact of these methods. Now let's get started. All right, first things first, you're actually going to need a Meta Business Manager account, okay? Now, how you can actually access this is if you go to business.facebook.com, if you go here, it might take you to one of a couple different versions. Now, Facebook changes this all the time, so there's a possibility that what you're seeing on my screen might look completely different from yours, but that's okay. Where you want to go is to what's called the Ads Manager. So once you get to the business.facebook.com, the Business Manager here, you should see Ads Manager right here, or you can go up here and you can also go to the Ads Manager, or you can just actually shortcut this all together and go to adsmanager.facebook.com. When you hit that, it'll take you to your ads manager, and you should see a screen that looks something like this with a sidebar, and you're logged in, and then up here at the top you'll have your different ad accounts that you can access here. And you're also going to need a system to capture those leads, notify you when you get them, and put those leads into an automated follow-up campaign, because what's going to happen on Facebook is when those leads come in off the lead forms, Facebook doesn't actually notify you. You have to go into the Facebook Business Manager to get the leads. And if you're not doing that the moment they come in, those leads are going to go cold before you even know that they're there. So having them put into a system here like this one, like Gymnetics, will integrate with your Meta Business suite to pull in the leads from your Instagram ads. And when I say Facebook, I actually mean Instagram, because they're both housed under the Meta Business Suite. So this system here, Gymnetics, will actually integrate with your Instagram lead ad forms and all of your website as well, and pull the leads in here and put them into automated follow-up campaigns. Because what's going to happen is these leads are going to come in, and they're often leads that are acting impulsively because you've interrupted them while scrolling down their feed on Instagram. And those people are hot right now, but if they leave your page and they don't hear from you quickly or get a contact from you quickly, they're often going to go cold very, very quickly. So this system here, Gymnetics, will make sure they get entered into both short-term and long-term follow-up and lead nurture campaigns, which is very, very important for your organic and paid strategies, right? Most of what we found with working with over 600 plus gym owners, where they struggle the most isn't necessarily always lead generation. Sometimes it's also the follow-up and sales end, and getting more of the leads that they're getting into a system where they can get them booked to show up in the door, right? So this is Gymnetics here. And I'm just going to show you Gymnetics real quick. This is actually an example of a gym that's had a lot of success with us. We work with several, 100 gyms. This is just one I'm very, very proud of. This is CrossFit OIL in Hazlet, Texas. This is a gym in a town of just 3,000 people outside the Dallas-Fort Worth metropolitan area. They are a satellite city with a lot of land in between them and the main metropolitan area. And this gym joined us little over 2 years ago. And when they joined us, they were maybe doing 12 to 14K months. That was a record month at that time. They were coming out of doing like $9,000-$10,000 a month. And there were two of these guys that were partners and they weren't making very much money doing this. And so they came to me and they said, "Hey, Will, can you help us grow our gym? We'd love more help." So Mike and Jonathan here, they have been exemplary students. In fact, they are one of our most recent recipients of what we call the 50K Club Award. And I just want to give them a shout out here on, in a public place so they can be recognized. This is our 50K Club Award, and all of our gyms that reach $50,000 a month in recurring revenue, we present this award to them at the Barbell Business Summit every year. And we have dozens of gyms that have won this award now that started with us just making $8,000, $9,000, $10,000 revenue per month. And now Mike and Jonathan, they actually they are both making like nearly $10,000 a month in income as a salary, in addition to what their business makes in profit on top of that, right? And so this system here is where all the lead generation stuff takes place. And what's happening is the leads are coming into here, they're going into automations, they're going into the conversations tab where you can follow up with these leads via text message and email. Because what's going to happen is leads are going to come in, and 70 to 80% of the people that find you through interruption advertising, like a paid strategy like this, aren't people that are looking for a gym, and they're not going to be ready to buy today. But a percentage of people that do come in, 10 to 20% of them, are going to be ready to buy today. So that would be my expectation there. In that what you're going to want is a system like this that's going to ultimately work to follow up with this lead to get them nurtured and buying in the next 30 days. And then the ones that don't buy in the next 30 days, get them nurtured over the next 60 days after that, 90 days out, to get those people to buy, because not everybody's ready to buy right now. People, if you're only running organic and you're only getting leads through word of mouth, you're probably used to just everybody who walks in buys, but there's not that many of them. When you start running a lot of traffic like this, you're going to get people that are at different stages of the buying cycle. And a system like this is going to help move those people down the pipeline closer to the sale. And it's a must for a system like this, right? This is CrossFit OIL. This is another example. This is 2L2Q Fitness in Montgomery, Alabama. This gym just closed a $40,000 month, coming up from under $20,000 months pretty regularly. You can see over the last couple of years with us, they've generated over 1,294 leads and signed over 189 new members. OIL Fitness, which I just showed you there, these guys are up well over 200 plus members. And all of these gyms are charging $200 plus per month, more of a middle to higher ticket membership option. This is CrossFit Die Hard, who's been with us since they pretty much joined us coming out of the middle of COVID in March of 2020. They were down on their knees at their weakest moment, and this gym now, he does over $40,000 a month regularly, and is creeping up on earning his 50K Club Award as well, and has generated hundreds of new members per year using our system and using our trainings. Now let's dive in and build some ads. Okay, so we're here in the Meta Business Manager, and what we're going to see is, at first, when you pop into your Meta Business Manager, you're going to see all these performance recommendations. Now, you're actually honestly going to want to avoid a lot of what Facebook is suggesting to you. I've been running Facebook ads since pretty much the beginning of the platform, and then prior to that, running digital marketing ads on Google prior to that since 2007. And one thing I've learned about these platforms is that their recommendations are often beta tests, which means that these are not very fleshed out recommendations. And these recommendations are often based on their experience with businesses with much higher scale and much larger ad spend budgets. What we're going to be showing you how to do here today is going to be on a much lower ad spend budget. So you're not going to be able to hit a large enough audience of people to really see these recommendations play out. In my experience, whenever we've tested these recommendations with local small businesses with small budgets and small audiences and small reaches in their local radius, they tend to, if anything, provide worse results. So you're actually going to want to follow the way that we show you how to set up your ads in this account here and not take the bait on these tests, because they're often things that Facebook is trying to convince you to attempt to do, so that way they can try to validate things for much higher spend accounts. So just go ahead and ignore these performance recommendations and move forward into the next steps of setting up your ads. All right, so we're going to go ahead and go from this screen here over to the left side. When you click on this, you'll see campaigns. And we're going to go to campaigns, and you're actually looking at an active client account of mine here. This is a gym that actually came to us about a year ago, and they were working with a professional ads agency, and they were actually just not seeing very good results at all. They were paying this agency thousands of dollars a month, and that agency was running ads that it was telling them that were proven to work, and they were getting maybe 1 or 2 members a month, and they were spending a couple $1,000s on the agency fees plus thousands of dollars a month in ad spend. And they came to us and they said, hey, Will, can you help us get our lead generation efforts sorted out? Which is actually more of what I do. We're actually not a full service ads agency. More what I like to focus on doing is giving proven playbooks and strategies to our gym owners to help them become better business owners, and have the systems in place to go and delegate and launch these things that are going to help them get new members, right? So this is a client here that we've been running ads with, and they're running this new Instagram ad strategy here. And this is a great example because this is their campaign right here, running currently. We click on this, and they actually have our original ads, regular Facebook image ads running right here alongside their Instagram and Facebook Reels Shorts campaign that we're going to be teaching you about here in the video. And you can see there's a big difference in the ad cost here. This is their traditional Facebook ad, which is actually running very, very well. It's running at $10.94, which these days is actually not terribly bad for a Facebook ad. You can make a lot of money if you're good at your follow-up and your sales with $10 cost per lead results, which if you want to learn how to do that with Facebook ads alone, with more like standard media image ads, you can go and watch my prior video. If you go to my channel history and go to my videos, it's one of our best performing videos that's got a lot of viewership and a lot of feedback, is on how to run this strategy with just Facebook image ads with standard media alone, right? So, but this gym owner here, he's running this new strategy here with a different type of media towards Reels and Shorts, and he's getting cost per lead here. If you look here, down under just about $3 for men's, which is just unheard of. This is like you went back to 2017. This is just wild. This is something that this is something we've been working on for a long time. This isn't something that we took from someplace else. This is something that we've spent like millions of dollars on ads and helping our gyms run their ads and edifying and getting feedback from our clients on what's working to put together a strategy that really could just create breakout results. And this is genuinely like unheard of results right now for ads on the Meta Business Suite. Is most gyms are going to be somewhere at $10 if you're good, and that is good, but most agencies are going to be getting you leads in the $20 to $30 per lead range, which is really, really hard to make money doing, because the way that closing the traffic that you get off Facebook works is you're going to close, and when I say Facebook, I mean Meta, whether it be Instagram or Facebook, you're going to close maybe 1 out of 5 to 1 out of 10 people you talk to. And that's because we're dealing with interruption advertising traffic here. We're not dealing with people that are out there being referred to your gym by an existing client, or people that are finding you, searching for you on a platform where they're like searching for you. These are people that are seeing you, your ad, while they're scrolling and looking at pictures of dogs, babies, and the Joneses and all this stuff, right? So you got to expect that you're going to close between 1 out of 5 and 1 out of 10 of these leads. So if say you're only closing 10% of the leads you're getting, if you're paying $30 per lead, that means it's going to cost you about $300 to acquire a client, with the way a traditional agency runs their ads at a cost per lead of between $20 and $30. At a cost of $10 per lead, you're spending about $100 to acquire a client. At a cost of $3 per lead, you're spending about $30 to acquire a client. And if you're charging $300 or $400 or $500 front end for a front end offer with your gym, which is what this gym is doing. This gym has actually followed our offers strategy and playbook, and is running a $500 front end offer. And at about the cost of about $30 a client, he's selling $500 clients that re-up into a recurring membership at over $200 a month. And this gym is in Staten Island, New York. Very, very competitive market. This is not a market where you typically would see cost per lead anywhere near this, right? So this is their numbers right here. You can see he's getting $3.19 leads for men, $5.37 leads for women. And this is just great because normally men's ads run almost terribly on these platforms. But if we go here, we're gonna go up to the top and we're gonna click performance and clicks here, and it's gonna give us some more of the data, and we're gonna be able to see that our what our cost per lead is. You can see here, and this is just in over the course of, let's see, since, when did these ones go? Yeah, November 1st, so about 12 days here. He's generated 102 leads, okay, 102 leads. And just fantastic results. And if we were to go look at the cost per click here, if we go over this way, we're getting a CPM for the men of just over $11, which is just fantastic. Generally, we're shooting for under a $15 CPM. We're a little higher with the women at about $20, but we're getting a lot of leads at a great price. And also might just depend on the media piece, on the video that he made, which we're going to talk a little bit about in this video, because the media is the thing that will make the biggest difference in your cost per lead. And I know for sure that this gym owner here, the media pieces that he created for the female ads, you're supposed to use a female person in the video. He actually just didn't have the ability to do that when he made these ads. He was rushing to get them up. So he actually did them himself. And that's probably why he's seeing a higher cost per lead with the females. But he's still seeing a $5 cost per lead with him in it, which is fantastic. All right, guys, for this next part of the video, I wanted to get off the screen share for a second. I want to talk about something else. I actually want to go into what we call the sales acceleration formula. And this is a very, very important part of running ads and doing paid client acquisition for almost any business, right? So when businesses go to do paid client acquisition, what they're thinking about is what it costs to acquire a customer and what the lifetime value of a customer is. And those two numbers are really going to help you figure out if these are going to be successful ad campaigns and if they are successful ad campaigns, right? So the way to think about this is you got to know your numbers, right? You got to figure out what your return on investment is and what your return on your ad spend is, right? Because when you go ahead and run Facebook ads, you're going to be paying Facebook, $30 to $50 a day at the start to run your ad campaign. You really shouldn't run ad campaigns for a small local business or a gym if you're not going to at least invest. You run like 3 different ad sets at a rate of about $10 per day each, which is about $30 minimum. Below that, it's going to be really, really hard to see any type of result with the ad campaign because Facebook needs a little bit of an audience to find out what's going to work for your ads. So you need to spend enough money to allow Facebook to find an audience for your ads so you can get some results. And we know because we've done this with like hundreds and hundreds of ad accounts, and that spending too little actually will serve you less. And we see that mistake sometimes with gym owners who decide to go and run ads is they're kind of afraid to jump in the water. So they'll almost spend too little. They won't see any results. And then they'll just say it doesn't work at all. And then they won't ever really fully jump in the water, right? So it's very, very important that you understand that you need to commit to the process, but knowing your numbers is what's going to help you sleep at night with the process. Because here's how Facebook works is when you pay Facebook for the ads, it's billing you in arrears, which means that you run the ads today and you run the ads tomorrow, and then Facebook's probably going to bill you tomorrow or in a couple days for the ads for today and tomorrow. So while you're running the ads for today, those leads are coming in, you're booking those appointments are showing up, you're selling them a membership, you're collecting cash, and then as that cash comes in, you're paying for the ads. So you're kind of self-financing the ads. This is a really important thing to think about, but you have to know your numbers. You need to know, what is my appointment booking rate? What is my show rate of those leads? And what is my close rate of those leads? Now, if you know that you're closing, say, 1 out of every 10 leads that you're getting, and the lead cost is $10 a piece, that means your cost per acquisition is $100, right? $100. Now, say you're only selling a $100 membership, you're like, okay, well, I'm breaking even, right? Doesn't even make sense to do it because I'm selling something for $100 that cost me $100 to get, right? Now, the problem with that thinking is it's very shallow because ideally, if you serve your clients really, really well and you're keeping your clients for 9 months, 12 months, 2 years, most of our clients are keeping their clients for 18 to 24 months, the actual value of that client is in the multiple thousands of dollars, right? So say you run a CrossFit gym and you charge $200 per month for your clients for their membership, and they stay on average 24 months, that's actually $4,100 in lifetime value that client is worth, right? Now, say you run ads on Facebook or on Facebook or Instagram or on any paid channel. Say you do any of that and your cost per acquisition comes in a little bit high. Say you're spending even $200 or $300 to acquire a client because maybe a lot of the leads you're getting aren't very good, or maybe your follow-up's not very good, or maybe your offer's not very good, which is why the offer is so important. Then like even at $300, even $400 to acquire a customer, sure, you might take a bath in the short term. I'm sure you might take a loss in the short term, but acquiring that client, even at $400, is worth $4,800. And what a lot of small business owners don't realize is that the way bigger businesses grow and scale is they're willing to spend sometimes 50 to 60% upfront of a client's lifetime value to acquire them, knowing that in a year or two, they're going to make a lot of profit on that client because it's coming down the road because they know their numbers. So it's very, very important that you know your client lifetime value and what a client is worth to you. It's also very, very important that you know what it costs to acquire a client. And that's very, very simple math to do. All you really have to do is when you run your campaign and say you run a campaign for 2 weeks and you spend $500 in the campaign and you sold 5 clients, that $500 you spent is just divided by the 5 clients you get. That equals a $100 cost to acquire, or what they call CAC or CAC. So this is what we call a LTV to CAC ratio, lifetime value to cost per client acquisition ratio, right? And with Instagram, with Facebook ads, with these types of campaigns, even if they run expensive, it's the LTV to CAC ratio can often be 5, 6, 7, 10 to 1, right? And then also same thing with like your short-term ad spend. Really, if you're doing a very, very good job follow-up, and this is why systems like Gymnetics that we give you access to as a client here at Big Little Gyms, having these systems set up to do automation, stay organized, keep your contacts all in a row so you're moving your clients down your sales pipeline towards a sale. This is why these things are so important, is because really you can finance the cost of your own ads campaign and make 2 or 3x the money back in the short term running an ad campaign. And this is why you need to be very aggressive in the follow-up with your paid ad campaigns. And when I say aggressive, I don't mean like being aggressive with the prospect. I mean being aggressive in the nature of your follow-up, being fast, because we call it speed to lead. And these days, people, when they are finding these ads, when they're seeing your ad on Facebook, on Instagram, wherever they're seeing it, wherever paid ad traffic it is you're actually using what's called interruption advertising. So they're not on Instagram when they see these ads searching for a gym. They're actually just looking at pictures of dogs and babies and whatever else people look at on Instagram and waste time doing. And when they see your ad, it's going to work. They're going to click. They're going to opt in and fill out the form. And then they're going to keep scrolling. And a lot of times, if you don't get back to these people very quickly within like 5 minutes, they're going to go ahead and move on and just forget that they even filled out the form. In fact, Instagram, Facebook, and all these platforms literally autofill their information into the form. So it's so easy for them to opt in that you're going to get a lot of leads that if you don't get back to them quickly, they're going to go cold really quick, and you're going to start following up with people, and they're going to say, I don't remember filling that out. Who are you? And they're going to start opting out, right? That being said, you will get some very, very high quality leads as well, but a lot of leads will kind of go like that. And this is why having a system like Gymnetics is so important, because when the lead fills out that form, it goes into Facebook's back end and it doesn't notify you. You actually have to have that lead go into a system where it notifies you so you can pick up the phone and call that lead right away. We also want to make it so we have a system that will automatically begin the follow-up and nurture process with that lead, reach out to them, send them a text message, send them an email, and say, hey, what are your goals? Are you looking to lose weight, gain muscle, increase performance, and begin that appointment booking process. If you're not practicing speed to lead, you're actually giving up a huge advantage. Recently, Harvard did a study, I think a couple of years ago, comparing multiple Fortune 500 companies and their follow-up practices. And there is in their study, they found that the businesses that got back to their leads within 5 minutes were doing 600% better in regards to the scale and growth of their company. And if you think about it, people are filling out forms on the internet, showing their interest and giving you permission to follow up with them. And if you're just taking your time, you're actually not really serving them well at all. And people will process that as like, oh, they must not need my business. I'm going to go ahead and move on and continue on with my day and do business with somebody else. Now, if you need a system like Gymnetics for your business, and what we do here at Big Little Gyms, Gymnetics is just a piece of what you get as a client of working with Big Little Gyms. We're actually going to build out your entire lead generation systems. We're going to give you access to all of our trainings and playbooks, all of our strategies, as well as weekly live coaching calls with me, where we are going deep on what is working right now, as well as some like really, really profitable upsell and ascension models to help your business not only acquire more clients, but keep them longer and also make them worth more to your business. If that's something you want to hear more about, go to biglittlegyms.com, fill out the form on the page, and book a discovery call. Now we're going to go ahead and continue on with the video, and I'm going to show you how to build some ads. All right, time to build some ads. Okay, so we're back here in the Meta Business Manager. We're in the Ads Manager, facebook.com. When you get here, you're going to see some tabs. You're going to see campaigns, ad sets, and ads. Now, these are all part of the same Meta ad campaign, whether you're going to run it on Facebook or Instagram. Okay. So first thing we're going to do here is we're actually going to set up a campaign. So you're going to want to be at the campaign level, and then we're going to build the ad sets inside the campaign, and the ads go inside of the ad sets. Now, campaigns are just the overall container of the whole thing. It basically controls like spending, and then ad sets control like the targeting and the radius upon who's going to see your ads, the placements, and where it's going to be shown on Meta's different platforms, whether it be the Facebook feed or Instagram feed or Shorts or Reels. And then ads are the actual creative and the media that people see in the ad. Okay, so let's go ahead and set up the campaign level first. We're going to go ahead and click Create right here. And what you're going to see awareness, traffic, engagement, leads, app promotion, and sales. Now, awareness and traffic, this is what happens when you boost a post. Now, if you're trying to generate leads, you don't generally want to boost a post because you're not trying to get awareness or traffic. You're trying to get leads, right? So we're going to select a leads campaign. Now, what awareness is where awareness is just people seeing it, right? It's going to show it to a lot of people. And you would think that a lot of people seeing it would mean that you're going to get a lot of leads. But the way Facebook works is it's actually like watching people's behaviors, and it knows who's been looking for similar things. It knows who's interested. It also uses awareness and leads and engagement to choose how often it shows something to somebody. And these things are generally going to get you exactly what they sound like, right? When you click awareness or you boost a post, it's just going to get awareness. A lot of people are just going to see it. And this is great for just exposure, but it's not going to generate you leads. And I know that sounds weird, but we've tested this so many times, and you'll get a lot of eyeballs. You get a lot of views, but you won't get leads. And then traffic is the next level up. That's people actually clicking it and seeing something. But again, it generally will not generate leads. You'll get a lot of clicks, and you'll be like, okay, I'm getting a lot of clicks, but I'm not getting leads. So we don't want to select either of those things. Engagement is going to be people like liking, commenting, things like that. So if you're trying to get likes and comments, that's engagement. App promotion, we're not selling an app, so we're not going to do app promotion. And then sales is like going for like direct end sales. Like if you were trying to sell like a e-com product, right? If you're trying to sell a shampoo bottle, you can actually track direct sales on the Facebook and Meta ads platform. But we're actually do here today is we're doing leads, right? So we're going to go ahead and click leads here, and then we're going to scroll down, and it's going to show name your campaign. And we're going to use some naming conventions to name our campaign, right? So today is November 15th. So we're going to go ahead and put the date first. So 11/15/23. I think it's super important to date your campaign so that way you know. We're actually going to put the beginning of this one BLG because that way I know it's a campaign that I set up. And then we're going to go ahead and put the just some things that signal to me what this campaign's about. That way I don't need to go inside of the campaign to figure out what exactly I set up here, right? So we're going to do a lead gen campaign, okay? And then we're going to do Reels / Shorts, okay? We're going to put IG/FB. So we're just putting enough in the naming here to where I don't need to open up this campaign to figure out what it is. And I can tell you from experience that this is the way to do it because I'm not that organized of a person. And I've run ad campaigns in the past where I had all kinds of settings in there and things. And then like I went back to go edit the campaign and didn't even realize like what the campaign was. So I'm really, so now I use naming conventions so I can tell myself later when I go back in here that this is my Reels and Shorts campaign, okay? And then we're gonna go ahead and create our first ad set here. It's basically just gonna let you create your first ad set and ad. So we're gonna go ahead and name this ad set number 1. And then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna create ad number 1 as well. So we're gonna do that. And we're gonna go ahead and click continue. Now, when you get here, it's going to ask you, do you want to do a tailored leads campaign? And it's saying, okay, if you are doing like professional services, it's going to make like some recommendations here, right? It's going to say, this is streamlined, tailored best practices. Again, just like I mentioned earlier in the video, do not go for any of these recommended settings by Meta. Just go for the manual setup here and follow our instructions here. Because what you want to do is follow the advice from from someone who's run proven ad campaigns, not from the ad space retailer who's trying to get you to just buy more ads and spend more money, right? My goal is to help you set up ads that actually get you a return on investment, not to give you reasons to just spend more money with Meta Facebook, right? Okay, so go ahead and click the manual leads campaign here and then click continue. Now, when you do that, it's going to open up a new window and you've got your campaign name up here. Categories, we're going to leave that blank. Buying type is auction, right? Now, why is it auction? It's because auction means like you are basically committing to participate in an auction when you are running ads on any ads platform on the internet, because it's based on supply and demand, right? So if there's 10 gyms in your area running ads, basically the ad cost will be more than if you're in an area where there's only one gym running ads, because Facebook basically determines that we have a lot of demand. So we can basically, we have a lot of demand and we have a very little amount of supply in regards to ad placements on the screen, right? So they're going to charge more for those ad placements because they have a lot of demand, right? Campaign objective, we want leads. And then we're going to scroll down here and we want to make sure A/B test is off and campaign budget optimization is off. Very important. This sometimes is on by default and it's going to ask you to put a budget in here. You don't want to do that. You want to control budget at the ad set level. It just allows you with having a smaller ad budget. When I say smaller ad budget, even spending $1,000 a day on ads is a small ad budget. Facebook caters to companies like Nike, Apple that are spending tens of thousands of dollars a day on ads. So for our small businesses, the budget optimization is not set up well for someone who's only going to spend like $30 a day. So we want to control the campaign budget at the ad set level so we can choose which ads we want to turn on and off without having to shut down the whole campaign. Okay, so let's go ahead and click next then. And that's going to take us to our ad set level here, right? So this is our first ad set level. And this is where you control all the details of how the ad is shown and all the things on the back end of the ad. Okay, so here at the ad set level, we want to make sure this is selected for instant forms. You're going to also need to connect your Facebook page. And at the ad set level, you'll also connect your Instagram page. And you're going to want to make sure you accept Meta's lead ad terms for this page. Now, what a lead form is, or an instant form is when they click the ad itself, when they click the learn more button in your ad, when they see your ad and your offer, it's instead of it taking them to a website, it's actually going to pull up the form directly on Facebook. Now, some people will say that, okay, Facebook, the lead forms get a lot of leads, but the leads aren't as good, right? Now, that's definitely true. If you were to run ads directly to a website, you're going to get better quality leads, but you're going to get very little leads. You're also going to miss a lot of good quality leads because you can't do conversion tracking anymore on Facebook. It's very, very difficult because of both Apple's iOS tracking blocking. It's very difficult for Facebook to know who's visiting your website, who has converted. So it's going to throw off a lot of your ad data if you try to run traffic directly to your website. Plus, also, like, this reduces a lot of friction. And what this will do is you'll get more leads, but you'll get more of the good and the bad, right? So you're going to get 3 times as many leads, but you're also going to get three times as many good leads because you're converting more of the traffic ultimately, right? So we're going to go with instant forms here. We're going to select our Facebook page. Performance goal can be maximize the number of leads. Now, if you do want to increase the quality of the lead, you can select maximize the number of conversion leads. I'm actually not a big fan of clicking this. And the reason why is when you do that, they make the ad more restrictive. And in theory, that does increase the quality of the lead. But I would rather just get as many leads as possible for my money, and in my follow-up, work through the leads and find the good quality ones myself, because I also trust in my ability to do good follow-up and take maybe some of those leads that are kind of, lukewarm prospects and get them booked to come in and talk to me at my gym, ultimately increasing the number of sales opportunities I have. So I'm going to go for maximum number of leads, period. I'm not a big fan of letting Facebook try to throttle based on what it thinks is a better quality leads, because who knows what data they're going on to determine why this viewer is better than this viewer. I would rather just convert all of them if I could. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and select that. We're going to leave the cost per results goal empty here. Okay, because we don't want it manipulating what it's doing, because we're gonna go with media and copy that we know works and produces. When you work with Big Little Gyms, what we do as a client, we actually give you our proven media and copy we've tested millions of dollars of ad spend with, and that's what we're going to be using here. And we know the results goal it's going to hit, so we don't want Facebook messing with that. So we're going to leave that blank. We're going to click Show More Options. We're going to leave this as it is. Dynamic Creative, we want that off. Dynamic Creative is basically allowing you to run multiple different images in rotation in the same ad. The reason why I don't like that is because you would have to run a very large budget to test enough different creative in the same ad to get a conclusive idea of which was the best performer. And oftentimes with dynamic creative, with a small budget, what Facebook does is it's running through a rotation of your different creative you're giving it. And by creative, I mean like the imagery in the ad and the copy in the ad. It's running through a rotation of that, but it often runs out of budget before it has a chance to test all of that creative to find out the winner. So you end up with very lopsided data that's not very conclusive, okay? So we're going to leave it off because we're just going to run different media in each ad set, okay? Which I'm going to show you what that means here in a minute. Okay, so budget, we're going to put this at $10 a day. And I'm a big fan of just putting this at $10 a day. And if you want to spend more, what you do is you just run multiple additional ad sets, right? Because we're going to run 3 ad sets here at $10 each for $30 per day. And that's the minimum you should start with if you have a gym anywhere in like the States, Canada, Australia, pretty much any first world country. Like any less than $10 a day and any less than 3 ad sets, it's going to be very, very hard to see. And it's almost going to be like making a donation to Mark Zuckerberg's company, because like there's so little audience that spending less doesn't just get you, it's almost like a diminishing return. So it's like if you were to spend 30 and get 10 leads, it's not like spending 10 is going to get you 3.3 leads. It's actually going to probably get you like 1, because you just have so small a pool of audience that Facebook can't show it to enough people to get any results at all. Okay, so $10 per day. Start date, just make that, an hour from now, we can call it. End date, you can set an end date if you want, or you can just leave it open-ended and turn it off when the ad campaign is ready to be turned off. Little word to the wise here is don't turn campaigns on and just leave them on. One of the biggest mistakes we'll see with gym owners that run their own ads is they will turn the ad campaign on and it'll run really, really well for the first 1 or 2 weeks, and then they'll just leave it on for months. And then they'll often, I've had gym owners message me like 2 months later and be like, hey, my leads are $50 a piece now. What happened? This doesn't work. And it's like, well, you're only supposed to run these campaigns for 2 to 3 weeks at a time. And the reason why is because you got to think about this like a person like driving down the highway, right? When you're driving down the highway, there's billboards. And most of the time you don't even see the billboards because you have what's called banner blindness. You've seen those billboards so often, so frequently that like you don't even see them anymore. And if I were to ask you what's on the 3rd billboard off of Main Street, you probably wouldn't be able to recall it. Even though like if I would have asked you the first day you would have seen it, you'd probably be like, oh, I see that billboard, right? And so that's called banner blindness. Now, when you're running a small budget like this, Facebook's basically choosing a pocket of people to show that budget of ads to. And that audience is getting saturated with your ads. Now, after 2 or 3 weeks, they've all seen it and they kind of stop clicking, stop clicking on it, right? And they stop taking action. And so the cost per lead and the cost per click starts going up because because Facebook's going to spend your $10 a day, your $30 per day, no matter what, but you're going to get less clicks and less leads, right? So how you staff that off is you run your campaign for 2 to 3 weeks at a time. And when you notice the campaign starts to rise in cost at around the 2-week mark, you start to watch it closely. You start to scale some of your winning ads up and you start to turn off some of the ads that are not performing so well. And this is why you run multiple ad sets, is because we're going to set up 3 different ads and one of them is going to perform really, really well. And the differences in these ads are not going to be vast. In fact, almost all 3 ads are going to be almost exactly the same, but we're going to change one thing, and that's going to be the media. We're going to use a different reel in each ad. Otherwise, the copy, the settings, and everything else is going to be exactly the same. And what's going to happen is when Facebook goes to run those ads and you go to look at them after 4 or 5 days and look at the data, you're going to see that one of them is performing much, much better than the rest, okay? So you can see here for our $10 a day, we're going to reach between 1.1K and 3.2K people, right? Now, this town has much more people than that in it, but this is just what you get for the $10, right? And we're going to run 3 of these, so we're going to be hitting about that per day. We're going to go down here to audience control, and we're going to set our location, right? Okay, so this gym here, this is let's see, we can try to search for it. Longview's best. Let's see if it finds it here. And it might not, we might have to go, oh, there it is, Longview's best boot camp, right? So you could search for your location or you can type the address in. And then we're going to go we're going to set the radius here. And I think for most gyms and most suburban markets, you're going to want to go with about a 7-mile radius right there, okay? Now, if you're rural, you can go bigger. You know, if say people come from further away to get to you because maybe you're in a rural area, you can go like 10 miles. If you're in a very urban area where people don't come from more than a couple miles, then just set the radius accordingly. Go like 3 miles, right? And you'll see the reach adjust based on that, right? So we're going to go for this gym about 7 miles because they're somewhat rural, but mostly suburban. So we're going to go, let's go 8 miles because they're a little bit rural there. Kind of a small town, but kind of a big small town, kind of a satellite town. So we're going to go that. Now, if you want to exclude certain areas, now say this pocket over here is maybe not your demographic, not your pocket. Maybe people over there just don't have money or whatever the case might be. You can actually exclude pockets. So I can go here and I can take this little drop down. I can click exclude and then I can click drop pin and I can drop that pin right over here. And I could say make this a 2-mile exclusion bubble. And it's basically going to say, okay, we'll show the ads everywhere in this bubble except for this red bubble. Now Next little tip I'm going to give you is we actually also want to do this radius bubble, but we also want to set the zip codes. Now, that might seem redundant, but with the way that Facebook does its targeting, it's doing this targeting based off what it thinks the location of someone's device is, which is off all the time. With, if someone has their phone off for a while and they go home and they haven't opened their phone, those GPS coordinates aren't reporting back to Facebook. So what we also going to do is put the zip code in, because Facebook does know where all these people live, right? And it's saying right here that we're going to go for people living in or recently in this location. So we're going to go both by radius and by zip code, right? So we're going to go ahead and pull up zip codes for Longview, Texas. And there's our zip codes right there. We're going to pull up this, and it's going to give us a bunch of zip codes here. There they are. We're going to go 75601. 75601. There it is. Okay, we're going to go 75602, 3045, 08, all the way to 08. Okay, so it makes it easy. 75602. Okay. 75603. Now, if you have zip codes that are like you want to avoid because of the things I mentioned earlier, then just leave those zip codes out, right? 75604. 75605. 75606. Oh, that's weird. Way over there in India. That's not right. Okay. 75606. Make sure you get the right location here. Okay, it doesn't seem like that one. 75607. For some reason, it's giving me trouble now. 75608. Some zip codes it'll do this with, and we can go Texas and see if it helps. There. Okay, it doesn't seem to want to find any of those zip codes there. So we're going to go back here to our map. If you don't get them all, that's okay, but I would try to get them all. But just for the sake of speed in this video, we're not going to stress too much about this. It looks like we actually covered most of the radius. There's this little side over here that we didn't quite get, which there was one more zip code here, 75615. Let's see if that's it. 75615. Okay, this is Brazil. So that's not it either. So we're just going to stay with these. That's good enough. That covers actually most of the meat of the city there. And if you want, like I said, if you're getting too far out here in the sticks, you can take some exclusion bubbles here and just like drop those around the perimeter here and say, okay, we want to, not go this far out. So we're going to go 2 miles. Okay, and now we're starting to kind of exclude some of these like bubbles right here. We can go like 3 miles even, just to kind of make sure we're covering a bigger swath of this area that we don't want to get out into for this gym. If I zoom in, you can kind of see what we're working with now. So it's kind of starting to, shape it up, right? And so we're going to go ahead and move forward. We're going to scroll down and click see more options and minimum age. This is very important. We're going to click edit here, and we're going to click, we actually want to turn off, there's some settings here, more options all the time. We want to go switch to original audio. This is what you want to do. You want to switch. You want to take this off. All this Advantage Plus stuff, don't use this. It does not get you a 33% lower cost per result. We got gyms running this right now all over. And anytime they use this stuff, it gets worse results. You just want to stick. This is basically giving, when you use Advantage Plus recommendations, it's basically giving Facebook the permission to just do what they want with your ads, which they're always going to do is put your ad in the placement where they can get the highest return for themselves, right? They're going to tell you they can get you $1 clicks over here, but you're not going to get any actual leads. So we're going to go ahead and go with use original audience. That's going to change our settings a little bit here. There we go. Perfect. And it's going to allow us to set the age. Okay, there we go. So we're going to set the age, and we're going to go for this gym. And this is probably correct for most gyms, 28 to say 50. Now you can tighten your age range on this if you want. But most people below the age of 28 don't have money to spend on premium group fitness memberships. And 50 is probably the limit for this gym. But go according to your demographics. If you are in an area where you serve a lot of seniors, then you can go 45 to 65, right? You can also, as you run these campaigns, you can try different audiences and different ad sets and see what that changes. But I recommend for your first one here, stay kind of broad, go 28 to 50. If you're in a typical, like middle-class suburb, that's probably going to be most of your audience. Now, genders, we're going to go women only for this campaign. And I recommend not doing a mixed campaign. If you're going to run men, run a whole separate campaign that's just men only and build your ads for men only. This is going to be a women's only. And I recommend if you only have, say, $30 or $50 a day to spend on your ads, go for women only. They perform much better. You're usually going to see 70% better cost per lead going women only. And also, like, women tend to be like better patrons. They tend to stay at the gym a lot longer. They tend to be more communal and want to help build more a community. They also tend to bring their friends in, and they also tend to bring their husbands in. So you get the men too. In my gym, we used to almost run ads exclusively towards women, and our gym was still 50% men. And that's because the men ultimately came in because of the women anyways. So that's a recommend, whereas the men tend to be harder to market towards because men have been marketed fitness stuff their whole lives, and they tend to think they know everything. And just, if you're a male in the fitness world, you already know. It's very, very hard to convince you that you haven't done it all, right? So go with women, and then go to detailed targeting here. And make sure this is very important. Make sure this advantage detailed targeting is off. They try to sneak this in on you. And this is basically saying, like, reach people beyond your detailed targeting selections when it's likely to prove performance. Again, this is giving Facebook permission to go outside all these settings that you gave them because they think they can improve your performance. But what they're going to do is they're going to beta test a bunch of stuff that they haven't really proven to work. Ultimately, you don't want to give them this permission. So click that off. We're not going to use any detailed targeting, because we're already targeting based on our radius and our age. And when you do additional detailed targeting, you just won't get results. I've done this. We've tested it. I've wasted thousands of dollars trying to target people that were interested in fitness. It just didn't get any clicks or any audience. So just leave that off. Languages, if needed, go ahead and select your appropriate language for your market. This gym is English speaking. As far as I know, they don't have Spanish speaking people that are primarily first language Spanish speakers there. So we're going to go with English US. And then down here for placements, very important, we're not going to use the Advantage Plus placements. We're going to go down here and click Edit, and we're going to go with Manual Placements. And then we're going to go down here and we're going to turn off the Audience Network. And then we're going to go down through these and we're going to make some selections. So this is one of the most important parts of setting your ad set settings is you want to make sure that your ads aren't being shown anywhere where we're not going to get results. And really what we're targeting here are Instagram Reels and Shorts, right? So what we want to do is go down here to Shorts and Reels and make sure that's all on. Instagram Reels, Facebook Stories, Instagram Stories. You can turn on as well, turn off Facebook in-stream videos, and then turn on ads for Facebook Reels and ads for Instagram Reels. And then we're going to turn off search results. And then we're going to go ahead up here. We're going to turn off Instagram Explorer. You can, I would say for your first campaign, don't turn this on, but in the future you can turn it on and see if you get better results. Right now, we really just want to focus on the placements that are going to get us the prime chief aim, which is clicks and leads. So we're going to turn that off. We're going to turn off Facebook video feeds. We're going to turn off Facebook Marketplace. We're going to turn off Facebook profile feed. Or sorry, you're going to turn off Instagram. This is optional. If you want to also run your ads to the Facebook feed and Instagram feed, what this is like the primary feed that people see when they scroll. I'm actually going to say, let's go ahead and leave these on. Let's go ahead and leave Facebook feed on and Instagram feed on and also Instagram profile feed on. So just to recap, you have Facebook feed, Instagram profile feed, Instagram stories, Facebook stories, Instagram stories, Reels, and Facebook Reels. Because we're going to be doing like a vertical form of video media for this. And then you're going to want to do ads and ads on Facebook Reels and ads on Instagram Reels. And then we're going to scroll down right here. It says show more options. And we want to make sure that all mobile devices is selected. And then inventory filter here. We're going to click in here. And then we're going to say, let's take a look at this. This is actually a new setting. Limited inventory, exclude additional sensitive content, as well as all live videos as long as reach, exclude moderate sensitive content. And expanded inventory shows ads on all content that adheres to our content monetization policies. Just go ahead and go with moderate here. I'm not actually even sure what that is or what that has to do with our video because we're not doing anything that is sensitive content. Let's see, brief depiction of tragedy, exclusion, gratuitous depiction of tragedy. Yeah, so we're not doing any of this. So we'll just leave it on moderate and then we'll otherwise just go to next. Okay. Now, what we're going to do next is we're going to build our first ad here, okay? Now, what we do for our clients that work here at Big Little Gyms is we actually give them like the scripts for the media that we know works, and we actually will give them media that we know is tested and works, including the ad copy. So we're going to go ahead and like use some of that in this video here. If you want access to that stuff, go to biglittlegyms.com, fill out our form, jump on a discovery call with us. We'll show you how to get access to that. So we're going to go here and we're going to click use Instagram selected page. So we're going to click their Instagram account. So we're going to be showing on both Facebook and Instagram. And then we're going to go here and we're going to click create ad, and we're going to click single image or video. And then we're going to turn off multi-advertiser ads. Again, it says recommended, magic words, don't do it. Just trust me on that. I gave you many, many reasons earlier. Okay, so we're gonna scroll down to add creative, and this is where I actually set up what they're gonna see in the ad. So we're gonna exit out of this little warning here, and we're gonna click edit, and we're gonna click edit media, and we're gonna click add media, and we're gonna go ahead and upload some stuff here. So what we're gonna do is click, we need to go back, we need to select, make sure we are doing images here. So edit media, it's interesting, click add media, and then go and click upload over here in the corner. And then it's gonna pop up a window, and we are gonna go ahead and upload our video here. Okay, there it is, downloads. Okay, it looks like it's not wanting to let us upload video, which is very, very interesting. So I need to figure that out. Oh, right here we go. A single image or video. We're going to go ahead and just click. Actually, we're going to go ahead and click remove here. That's actually going to be what we do. Click remove. And there we go. Add video. Perfect. Okay, got it. And then go ahead and click upload. And then we're going to scroll down and find our video. Okay, and here's our video. We're going to upload here. And we're going to go ahead and click. And this follows a specific script. It is a 7-second reel we had this gym owner create, and it works very, very well. In fact, it is the special sauce to these ads is the video itself, and it's a it's done a very, very specific way, and we've had a lot of good results with this. So we're going to do that, and we're going to go ahead and click next, and then we're going to click original, and original, don't let it scale it down. And then we're going to go ahead and click next. And this is going to try to optimize the video. Now we've already made this video, so like we don't need it optimized. So we're not going to take any of these. Again, we don't want Facebook messing with anything. So we're going to go ahead and click this on and then back off, and it's going to toggle all of them to off. And then we're going to go ahead and click the next button over here. Now it's going to go ahead and add the video to the ad here. And then we're going to scroll down. And you can see none of these optimizations are on. And we're going to go ahead and put our primary text in here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and go to the school group that all of our clients get access to. And I'm going to go to the classroom. And I'm going to go ahead and go to our pro group trainings. And I'm going to go ahead and go down to our ads playbook. Right here we have paid ad strategies and different types of strategies for all different kinds of things. And we're going to go to the assets that we built for our clients, that all clients get access to. And this includes all of our ad copy. And I'm going to go ahead and grab this ad copy that is proven and tested. Copy. And I'm going to go back to the ads. And I'm going to paste that in here. And I'm going to go ahead and edit it. And I'm going to put a few edits in here. And we're going to go ahead and put our offer. We're going to put the start date of this program that we are launching. Okay, and we're not going to use any of this AI-driven text variation stuff, just one version of primary text. You don't want multiple versions. Headline, I'm just going to go ahead and just repeat what the offer is. Or you can just put, I don't like to get super fancy with the headline here. It doesn't really do much. In fact, I think it kind of distracts, from them taking action. So I just like to put like a call to action, like get started. And then you can use arrows here to point to the button here, like that, right? And then right here, nothing in the description, it's optional, just leave it blank. And then I like to use learn more, you can use sign up, whatever you want to put there. And then we're going to scroll down and we're going to create a form, right? So we're going to go ahead and create a new form, and we're going to click create form. We're going to name this form, whatever you want to name it, BLG Reels form. And I'm going to put today's date so I can remember when I created this. Today's date is the 15th, Okay, and I'm going to go for more volume, right? I don't want a lot of friction. I want low friction. We're going to go ahead and, for the intro here, we're going to use the image from the ad, or actually in this case, we're using a video, so we have to upload an image. So we're just going to select an image that works for this gym. Let me find one here real quick. Let's pick this one here. It could be a stock photo. Ideally, it'd be like a community photo. We're going to go ahead and go to next here. Headline, we're going to put get started today. In fact, in our ad assets, we already have this already pre-built for you here. And we're going to go ahead and put our headline, which just repeats the offer basically. Okay, we're going to say get started today. And then we're going to copy this and put this in there. And this is basically just like repeating the offer, right? So get started today. Our upcoming challenge program will transform your health and fitness so you can be in the best shape of your life. Be ready to invest in your health and fitness. Click below to get started. All right, then we're going to go down here to questions. And it's going to ask for like the contact questions here. So we're not going to ask any questions. We want to keep this simple. Description, you're just going to put, we will use the info below to reach out and schedule your intro session. And then it gives you by default email and full name. We actually want to go ahead and add phone in here. So click contact fields, click phone. And then we're going to go into privacy policy, and you're going to want to add your privacy policy link, which for all of our clients, we actually set this up for them on their website. That way they have a privacy policy already ready to go. And then link text, we're going to put privacy policy. That way if they click on that, they know what they're clicking on. And then message for leads. This is actually what happens on the last page of the lead form. This form is what they're going to see. And they're going to put next steps, book your intro now. Okay, and then description here, we're going to put click the button below to choose your time to meet at the gym and talk about your current situation, desired situation, and build a plan to reach your goals. You can make it shorter if you want and put whatever you want there. Just basically calling them to action to click the button below. And then down here, we want to go send them to the booking page of our website. So for this gym, we're going to send it to their booking page that we've set up for them on their website. And then we're going to go ahead and use these icons and say, click here to book now. And then just like that. That way it just stands out at the bottom here because they're moving so fast that they might close this out. So we're going to click create form. And there we have it. We have now created our ad. Okay, so this is what they're going to see when they click on the lead. It's going to open this form. It's going to tell them to click next. It's going to have them fill out the form. It's going to have them review the privacy policy, and it's going to have them take the next steps to book their intro. And we're going to go ahead and we're not going to publish this yet. We're actually going to go up here to the top, and we're going to close this out. We're going to click this little X right here, and now you can see we have a campaign. It's green because it's not published yet. We have an ad set and we have an ad. Now what we want to do is we want to go back to the ad set level and we want to duplicate this. Okay, so we're going to create 3 ads and we don't want to have to rebuild everything. So we're just going to clone 2 more and then make 1 change. We're going to use a different piece of media in each ad. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and like clone this one here. We're going to create 2 copies actually, 2 copies, and click duplicate. You want to make sure you do this at the ad set level, not the ad level. Okay, so you should end up with a structure that looks like this: campaign level, ad set, ad set, ad set, ad. And you're going to keep the ad set level exactly the same. And then we're going to go to this one here, and we're going to just retitle it. Okay, so we're going to go here and call this ad set 2, and this is just so we can keep it from being confusing. We're going to click the add level, and we're going to call this add 2. And what we're going to do here is we're going to just change the video. We're just going to use a different reel, okay? So we're going to go over here, and we're going to click the little trash bin, and we're going to click add media. We're going to click add video, and we're going to go ahead and add our other video here. So we're going to click upload, and then we're going to find our video right here. And we're going to click this and click original and click next. And then we're going to toggle on the optimizations and then toggle them back off to turn them all off. Otherwise, you have to go through and like toggle each of them off manually. So it's better just to click all on and then all off, because half of them are on, half of them are off. And then go ahead and click the next button here. And you can see it's updated our ad. Now, what I like to do is make sure the thumbnail also stands out, especially on, your basically your Instagram. Like the thumbnail is what they see first. So I like the thumbnail to stand out, and you can change the thumbnail by clicking this little edit group, and then go to thumbnail, and then you can click manual, and then you can select a shot from the video, right? So it can be any of these here that stand out, because you want it, the thumbnail is the first thing they see, right? I actually like the one it picked by default here, because it says guaranteed results program. And I like that stands out, right? And then when they hover over it, starts playing. And you can see we built the video here to really stand out. This is very, very important. This is the special sauce, is the video itself. Now I'm going to go to the previous one and just double check that one as well. Make sure I like the thumbnail for that one. And so let's see, we go and expand the thumbnail of the video here real quick once it plays. Oh, it's not giving us the thumbnail, but I can see it's over this like custom fitness part. So we're gonna go ahead and like click this and edit it, click thumbnail, and then click manual. And let's see if there's a shot in here we really, really like. Okay, that's the one it's picked by default. You get custom. This one's custom nutrition and a coach helping. That one's pretty good. Let's do this one here because it kind of just stands out to me. Okay, and then thumbnail, manual, and same thing. We're gonna pick the same one. Cool. Okay, so now we got 2 of them published. Or 2 of them updated. We're not gonna click publish yet. We got to go back and do this third one. So we're gonna go and click add set number 3. Okay, and then we're going to click this level here. We're going to click add set number 3, or add number 3. And this is where you'd upload a third video. Now this gym owner didn't actually send me a third video. So what we can do is actually just run the same video and make one small change to it. Maybe I'll just, instead of this saying attention, I'll just abbreviate attention. And so I'll just run 2 of the same video with one small change to see if that works better. Because really on Facebook, it is these very small changes that make a big difference. The video in the media makes by far the biggest difference. Outside of getting it set up properly, which I showed you here, what's in the video is actually the most important part. Now, if you want us to give you like our like proven script with examples, like for you to go and like copy, I even show you how to edit and make the video with the captions like this and how to shop it out using a VA or something like Fiverr. We literally have like the exact thing, like go and make this video and then put in here. We also give you our ad copy that's been proven that we've used to generate like millions of dollars of business with. Just go to biglittlegyms.com and we'll give you that. In fact, if you go down below, we'll give you a free cheat sheet that has some of this for you to go ahead and borrow and use to create yours. So once you have all 3 of your videos done, you're going to go ahead and click publish. And then what's going to happen, if there's no errors, actually we're gonna go ahead and exit out of here. We're gonna go up here to the top and click publish and review up here, okay? Because what that'll do is that'll publish all of them. See, I just published just the third one. So we're gonna go ahead and click publish and review. And it's gonna go ahead and ask if I wanna publish all of these. We're gonna go ahead and do it. All right. Now, for some reason, after you publish sometimes, it just shows only one of them. So you just want to refresh the page afterwards. And it's going to show you all 3. Okay, it might be because there we go. Ad set level. There we go. Okay, you see there's all three of our ads there scheduled to run. They're going to turn on here at 9 p.m. my time, and they are up and running. Now, what you're going to want to do next is these are going to run, and if you've followed the video and you've set them up properly and you have good media and good copy, you're going to start getting leads. You're probably going to start getting leads anywhere from as low as $2 a piece, could be $10 a piece, could be $15 a piece. If you're anywhere in that neighborhood, that's pretty good. It usually does depend on your market, because different markets, there's just more demand for the ad space. So you're in an auction and you're paying a little bit more for the ads. Now, next step is what we're going to do is these leads are going to start coming in. We have to send them into a system to go and get followed up with. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the ad level here, and you're going to see we have our lead form, okay, that we set up down here at the bottom. Now, as I mentioned earlier in the video, when someone fills out the lead form on Facebook, once it loads here, once they fill out this form down here, this information just goes into the back end of Facebook here, and you have to literally like log into Facebook, go into the business manager, find it, download it as a CSV, and then like manually pick up the phone and call that lead, right? Or what you could do is what I'm going to show you here is have this information go directly into Gymnetics, where it's going to notify you on your phone. It's going to reach out and contact the lead. It's going to put them in a sales pipeline for tracking and add them to the follow-up and nurturing sequences. So I'm going to show you how to do that next. So we're going to go ahead and go to Gymnetics, and we're going to find this gym's account real quick. Okay, here we are. And we're going to go ahead and go to Settings. And we make this very, very easy to do. We go down to integrations here under settings, and this one's already connected, but you'll just you'll click connect on your Facebook and Instagram account here, and it's going to connect it. And then you're going to make sure you just select the right account. And then you're going to go up here where it says Facebook form fields mapping. This is a little, the formatting is a little broken because I've got the screen size scaled down just to be able to do this screen share. When you're at full screen, it actually, scales perfectly. It doesn't look janky like this. Just happens to be because I have the screen a little bit minimized and it's not sure what to do with the text. So you're going to click up here and click Facebook form fields. And this is actually going to pull in all your form fields from your Facebook ads. And here's the one we just created, BLG Reels form. You remember we named it that? Go ahead and click map fields, and it's going to basically have you map over email, phone name, and phone to create a contact here in Gymnetics. So we're going to go ahead and click save. And then what's really important next is we need this lead. This lead's going to go in here. It's going to go into the contacts tab here when it comes in. But if we don't set up an automation, it's not actually going to do anything with it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down here to automations. And here in Gymnetics, we actually have already pre-built for you and all of our clients a automatic lead generation AI engine. So we're going to come down here and we're going to find that. Here it is, right? Where is it at? There it is, FB lead submission right here. And already pre-built for you is the entire workflow. It's going to trigger off the Facebook form lead being submitted. It's going to assign a user, someone on your team. So if you want to have a specific person on your team, get notified that this lead has come in and be the assigned party for this, you can do that. It's going to notify you and anybody else on your team that you signify here in the setup, or all your users if you want, that you have a lead. It's going to add them to an 18-day story value email series that we've already pre-built for you. You're going to want to, obviously, when you join us, jump in there and edit that. It's going to add a tag so you can sort them in the contacts tab so you know that they came from Facebook. It's going to add them to a several-day follow-up campaign that uses AI and automation to keep the conversation going. Now, once the lead responds, it's going to ping you on your phone, let you know you have a message just like your messaging app on your phone. And it's going to attempt to pull you into the conversation so you can have that conversation with the lead live, because that's always going to work best. AI and automation is great, but I'm not a big fan of just letting it carry the whole conversation. Ideally, once they're engaged, we pull you into the conversation and you go ahead and get them booked for an appointment. So that's what this is going to do. Now what we're going to do is go to the top here and we're going to go ahead and click add new trigger right there. And we're going to go ahead and click lead form. You can see here we already have an option for Facebook lead form. We're going to click add filter. We're going to click in form, and we're going to add that BLG Reels form there, and we're going to go ahead and click save trigger. So there we can see now our Facebook lead form is going to add that lead into this follow-up, and I'm going to go ahead and click save. Now what's cool is we can see who's been added to this workflow by going up here to enrollment history, and we can see all of our leads that have gone into this. You can see all these leads are being followed up with. This gym owner has leads coming in right now. Look at all these leads that have come in over just the last day that are actively being followed up with in this system and are somewhere in the follow-up process here in the workflow. But we're going to go ahead and test this to make sure it works. So we're going to go to Google and type in FB lead testing tool. And we're going to go to testing and troubleshooting. And we're going to go down here to testing tool. And then we're going to go to page, and we're going to find our page. Okay, Longview's Best Bootcamp. And we're going to select our form, which is the Reels form we just made. We're going to delete our current test lead because we've already tested this. And we're going to click preview form. What I like to do, rather than just click create lead, I like to create a test lead and name it. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. We'll just make up a name here. We'll call this test lead at test.com. And we'll just call this Will Test. Actually, we'll just say Will. And the last name is the best. All one word. Okay, and we're going to use phone number 5555 at the end here. Okay, and we're going to click next, and we're going to click submit. And if all of this works properly, we should now have a lead that matches that name in the Gymnetics system. So we're going to go back to Gymnetics, and we're going to go to enrollment history. And there's our lead right there. Will is the best. And it looks like I'm already in the workflow, and it's already like begun the process of assigning a user and notifying their team and creating a sales opportunity in their pipeline. And then in about 7 minutes here, if I don't book an intro, it's going to go ahead and send me this first message. Now, if I go to book an intro in this next 7 minutes, it's not going to send me this message. It's instead going to send me a confirmation campaign with the address and a Google invite for my appointment. So that way I don't forget. And it's also going to add me to the next couple days of appointment confirmation messages asking me to confirm my appointment. That way I can verify for the gym owner that I'm going to be there, right? Which is critical because when you start booking leads on Facebook, you'll find the show rate is a little bit lower because these people don't know you. They weren't shopping for you. They were cold before they found you on Facebook, and they're going to book an appointment because they're excited, but then things are going to happen the next couple of days to distract them. So we're going to add them to appointment confirmation, follow-up messages, and text messages. And we're going to ping you to say, hey, pick up the phone and call this lead so you can confirm this appointment. That way you can keep your show rates higher. So that's how you set up Gymnetics here. So I know you're excited. I know you've got that dopamine hit of new information running through your brain, and you're probably ready to take massive action. And I know I made all this look super simple, but we all know that simple doesn't always mean easy. So I want to show you something exciting that we've been working on. It's called the Big Little Gyms Pro Group. This is for the crazy ones who believe they can turn their gym into a profitable, sustainable business that can run on its own. The few who are dedicating the best years of their life to serving their local community and using fitness as their conduit for change and impact. The few who want to move from having a self-employed job you can't even quit if you wanted to having a business where if you don't show up tomorrow, it will still grow and run on its own without you. These are the crazy ones that want to turn pro. And my job is to serve those crazy few who want to build a predictable, consistent, sustainable business. And in the last 4 years, I've had the pleasure of serving over 1,000 gym owners, and we actively work with over 600 plus of the best gym owners in the game right now. And what we've built here at Big Little Gyms is the craziest bunch of gym owners in the game. We have over 40 independent gym owners who've won their 50K Club award, who have gone from breaking even or even losing money to doing recurring $50,000 plus membership months. We have heavy hitters doing six-figure months, sharing their wins in our group and how they're doing it. We also have many smaller lifestyle business owners who just want to run good businesses and have their freedom. These are owners looking to build solid, sustainable businesses with small teams that are winning while loving their business and keeping their freedom. And if you haven't realized by now, scaling a small business is hard, and it's also pretty lonely. But what if I can help you solve the biggest problem in business, or at least one of the biggest problems in business? getting found and attracting more customers consistently, and then showing you how to make those customers worth more to your business, and then showing you how to keep them even longer, and then scaling that up to your version of profitability and success. What would that do for your business? Well, I know it would change everything. And we all know there's a million ways to do this. There's shiny objects everywhere, and every guru has a secret. And trust me, I learned the hard way. I've paid for and tried them all. They all advertise getting you 100 members in 3 days using their special sauce and gimmick. And the real gym owners who've been around the block and been in the game know that that doesn't work in the long term. I can tell you there's only one way that works in the long term, and it's the right way. And the Big Little Gyms Pro Group is not a do-it-yourself course where you have to watch 100 hours of content that you already don't have time for. And it's also not a done for you where you don't learn anything, you don't implement anything that you can keep, and are stuck relying on an agency's systems that cost you thousands of dollars a month. The Big Little Gyms Pro Group is right in the middle. We are going to do this together because I know every business is just a little bit different. So we're going to be doing this as a done with you. And here's what you're going to get. I'm going to personally pull back the curtains on everything that we do for you. First, when you start, you're going to get a 1-hour onboarding call with me and my team. We are going to map out everything in your business, your current situation, where you want to be, and we're going to build a map to get there. We're going to identify and attack the bottlenecks that are holding back your business, and we're going to remove the friction in your system and processes. And the next thing you're going to get access to is our private member-only community and portal. This is where I'm going to show you how to structure your offering, price it, and attract more locals into your business. I'm going to show you the exact marketing plan and strategy all of our 50K Club gyms use and implement, and you can choose how far you want to take it. In our portal, I'm going to show you things like organic marketing, paid social media marketing, how to do sales, how to structure your offering, how to run a better business, how to hire, how to build your operational flow chart and build a team that can help you run this business so you don't have to show up and do the day-to-day yourself. And I'm not going to waste your time. This is going to be concise and actionable. Where some programs make you watch hundreds of hours of content just to get started for the sake of making you feel like you're making progress, we're going to be making actual progress, getting things done, implementing, and getting back to work. Once you're onboarded into our community and weekly coaching calls, I'm going to give you access to all the content as a roadmap. And then I'm going to point you to which pieces make the most sense for you to implement so you can take action. Unless you're just the type of person that likes to watch a lot of content and just engulf yourself in it, then you're more than welcome to do that. But I'm telling you right now that you do not have to. You're also going to get access to our private member-only community where we have over 700 active gym owners and operators having conversations on a daily basis, as well as our team where you can connect, share wins, and ask any high-level questions you have about growing, running, and scaling a profitable gym. And you're going to get access to 2 group calls per week. One is a weekly growth strategy call where we're focused on seasonal trends, new topics, new technologies, and things that you're going to want to stay ahead of. This is also where we share wins and recognize our best students. And then we make some space for some open QA for you to ask any questions you have about higher level or in the weeds topics as it relates to our program. The other call you get access to is a weekly tech call where you get access to my tech leads to jump on a Zoom call and get help with anything technical that you want help with. If you need us to help you set up a landing page, automation, or help you with anything technical, you can jump on this call and get that help if you're just not tech savvy. You're also going to get concierge, done for you implementation of our entire marketing system. You're going to get a custom website that is fully optimized for lead generation and the search engines, so that way you're getting found by more people who are searching for exactly what you're selling. It's fully branded and professionalized to build up your authority, build your reputation, and get those visitors to take the actionable next step to join your gym. This is very important since almost all of your traffic from all of your different traffic sources funnel through this. And we handle it all for you and do a launch call. We're going to unveil your new brand and website and get your approval before taking it live on your domain. And new clients will also get Gymnetics, which I showed you in this video here today, 100% free, fully implemented and installed with custom one-on-one onboarding. We're going to set it up, walk you through it, and make sure it just works. This is going to bring all your leads and contacts into one centralized place with SMS and email automations already set up and running, with the focus on moving your prospects down the sales pipeline towards the end goal, which is getting them signed up as a member at your gym. And one of the coolest parts is it is completely turnkey with all the system completely set up for you. And from day one that it goes live, it's just going to work. You don't need to create automations or forms or build a website or anything. We handle all of it for you. So all of this stuff that you're learning about and trying to patchwork together yourself, if you do it with us, we will guarantee it's done right and works the very first time. So guys, if this training helps you at all, and if you're an established gym owner and you see the benefits of implementing proven growth systems inside your business, you can leave this video and you can go and do it all yourself. Or if you want to join the Big Little Gyms Pro Group, this is your call to action. What I want you to do is go down below this video and click the link in the description. It's a quick form that will ask you for some basic contact info, name, phone number, email, and then select a time to book in a call with me and my team. We will meet and discuss your current situation, your goals and your desired situation, and build a roadmap on how to get there. And we will not high pressure you. We aren't even that expensive of a program, to be honest. And we have over 600 active clients, and we are a multi-million-dollar company. And while I'm super grateful for that, and I would love to have your business, it just doesn't make sense for me to risk my reputation trying to sell you something that you don't need. I simply won't risk sacrificing my reputation to sign one more customer. And it's not going to change my life to a large degree anyways. And last, if you're not ready to trust the process and get to work on your business, then please do not waste your time or mine. And if you're just trying to fact find because you're out there tinkering and trying to figure out how you can do this for yourself, I can already tell you that it's going to cost you lots more money and, more importantly, even more time, and that you do not get back. Time that could be spent actually getting results instead of trying to tinker around and hodgepodge a system together. And that's because we are not just selling you some tech and tools. We are selling you a specific end result. And we back that up. So again, if you're not ready for that, don't waste my time and don't waste yours. And if you're not an active gym owner in a physical space, please do not reach out to us yet. This is for those who are already in business and ready to run with the ball. Once you have your space and you have a lease signed and you're ready to launch, reach out to us and we're happy to get you started. But if you are an active gym owner who's been in the game, you're established, and you're feeling a little bit stuck, and if you're sick and tired of all the shiny objects and watching content and videos on YouTube trying to figure all this out for yourself, if you're ready to trust the process, take action, and grow and scale, then I would love to work with you. We want to work with people who are all in, those who are humble, coachable, ready to trust the process and do the work. I'm going to show you the roadmap. I'm going to show you what to do, and most importantly, I'm going to show you what not to do. Now, if that's you, if you're ready to get to work and trust the process, then click below and go to biglittlegyms.com, click the Get Started button, up will pop that form, fill out that form. On the next page, you'll book your time to meet with us. For your business's future, for your family's future, click that link and take the next step. Talk to you soon.